Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming by today. Before we get into this video, I have a very big announcement, so drum roll please. We are moving back to San Diego. Yay! I am so excited. We're both very excited to be leaving Mississippi and going back to San Diego. We had the official, yes, it's happening, and we are moving in the middle of December. We already got our place. I'm so happy to be going back. We really did miss it. And because we are moving back, we are taking the stuff that we brought with us along with a few things that we purchased, and we are going to have it in our car and then be driving to San Diego. So we've accumulated some stuff, and that's what kind of inspired this video. I wanted to do some type of minimalism game. There's so many different versions out there, and this is a great way to be inspired if maybe you want to start decluttering, you want to downsize, maybe you're moving, you don't know where to start, or in general you just want to get rid of some things that you're not using in your home. There's so many different versions of a minimalism game. There's ones that you have 30 days and each day you like add an additional item, if that makes sense. I'll leave that one down below because that one's a really fun one. You can also just pick like one specific area each day. What I wanted to do was find 100 items I was decluttering. So I went around my home, went through every little bin, and I found 100 items. And here's a little montage of me going around my house and picking out the items.
I was a stranger when you let me in. I was a danger to myself and others. If I had a nickel every time I heard all the crazy thoughts blowing out of my world, say, oh, you had me on the radio. Couldn't let the feeling show when I was on the radio.
So I was able to find 100 pieces that I'm decluttering. Let's just get into the 100 items that I am decluttering. So let's start off with this little bin here. This was a bin I kept in the bathroom, and I wanted to use it for like home pedicures, but I used it like once, and then it's just been sitting there. And I know I already have something like this in San Diego, so I don't need another one. And so the bin is actually going in all the stuff in it. So let me just quickly go through all the items. Through 2 containers here that I use for my makeup storage, but I downsized quite a bit that I don't need those anymore. I have some picture frames. I'm gonna keep the pictures in them, but I'm getting rid of the frames. They always fall down on my dresser. We have cats, they jump up there, and they're always constantly falling down. They also don't match any of our decor in San Diego, but they're a great presence, and I love the pictures in them, so I will keep the pictures, but I'll get rid of the frames. We have some beauty products. So these 2 pieces, we have a curling iron and then we have a straight iron. I haven't used them the whole entire time we were here. I have a body wash that I got in a FabFitFun box, and I just didn't like the scent, so this is going. I have these 2 little trays also from FabFitFun. You will see a theme, because the good thing about subscription boxes is you get to try a bunch of different things. The bad thing about subscription boxes is you get a bunch of stuff you don't use. So these things I wanted to have a purpose for. I would put like earrings in it or little pieces of jewelry. At one point I had like bookmarks in them, but I feel like it's just a way to store stuff on top of your counters and such, and I just would rather have a clean space. So these are gonna go. So next we have a bath oil from Avon, and I got this because my sister-in-law, she became an Avon person, and I wanted to support her even though Avon isn't a cruelty-free brand, but I did buy a couple things from her, and so I got the bath oil. I got 2 different versions. One I did really enjoy, but that one is just the scent I just didn't like, so I am getting rid of that one. This was just in the box, some cat things. So we have 2 little covers for canned cat food, some medicine for when Ziggy was sick. I have the little syringe, and then I have the little tablets. I have scalp oil. It's really nice if you do a dry scalp, but I don't use it. So it's been in my collection for over a year, and look, I've used barely anything. I mean, you don't need a lot, but I just don't use it to keep it. I have some hair elastics that were just too small. I got them during my road trip. A pair of earrings that I'm getting rid of. They're cute. So I don't know if you'd be interested in seeing a project pan, but I do need to do one of things that I need to use up before we leave. So if you want to see that, let me know. But I do have some beauty products that I am getting rid of. So for makeup, I'm getting rid of the Julep Lip Plush. It's a lip gloss, which is pretty, but it leaves like a weird ring around the lips, which I just don't like. I have an eyeliner from Milani that I just haven't used. Julep, we have a lipstick, but it's a bright red and it's really hydrating and movable, so I'm just not about that. We have the Make Me Brow from Essence that I love. It's just getting old. We have the Juice Beauty. This is like a little cream blush that I just haven't picked up. We have the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Powder. I prefer the NYX HD powder, or the hashtag no filter powder, because it's just invisible on the skin and leaves a nice glow, where that one you can see it. For skincare, I'm getting rid of the Biossance Squalene Mineral 45, SPF 45, because it just looks too pink on my face. I tried to use it again after I originally decluttered it, and it just doesn't work. We have the French Girl facial polish, which is good. It's just an extra step that I never want to do, because you have to like mix it up in your hand, and it is like an exfoliant, like a physical exfoliant that I'm always nervous to use for some reason. I do like it. I have gone through a full size before. I just am over it. We have the Codely Vine Active, which I think is breaking me out, so that is gonna go. It is old, so I think it's just for like how old it is. We have the Noto, which is nasty, has like hair on it because it's a body oil, but I just don't use it, so that's leaving me. We have a nail polish that has turned colors from Kale Polish. Can you see that? It was out on my bureau, and that room is just so sunny, so that is leaving. We have a mask from Mario Badescu that is leaving. 100% pure. This is just too heavy for me, so that is going. We also have this one, the coffee bean one, which is just expired, so that's leaving. I have a Julep Restorative Facial Milk, and that one is just too thick. Like, I like the Josie Maran one, but that one seems like a liquidy serum, where this one is like, it's a weird consistency that I just didn't enjoy. And then I had this SW Basics 3 Ingredients Cream, which is just too heavy for my liking, so that is leaving me as well. Sorry that was super rushed, but I didn't want to go into too much into depth about all the different beauty products, but I did get rid of quite a bit, which helps with my 100 items. So let's just keep going. So me and Dave have decided to only keep mugs that are our Disney mugs, and I know in San Diego we have about, I want to say 4 or 5 Disney mugs. I love them just because they remind us of Disney. We absolutely love them. You guys know we're Disney fans. So something like this, and plus they are giant and they can hold a ton of coffee. So, So we're only keeping our Disney mugs. I did accumulate 3 mugs since we've been here. This one here, which is cute, the Have Courage to Be Kind, does remind me of Disney, because isn't that something that Cinderella says in the live version? Or like the real version. And then we also have this one that I got through FabFitFun. It's very cute. Again, we want to just downsize the amount of mugs that we have. We're only 2 people. We don't need 10 mugs. And then I have this one that says Hello Fall, which is cute for the fall, so I might just use it for the season, but it's gonna go because it's not gonna stay with us. I don't want to store it all year just for the fall season. Other kitchen stuff, we have a bunch of lids to the containers that I'm getting rid of, but for some reason I have more lids than containers, so I don't know where the containers went, but I also have the containers. Are you counting? Because I'm not, but I did count this like 17 times before filming just to make sure I had 100, so maybe I'll have to leave like a tally on the screen. I also have these 2 guys here. They are frames that I didn't end up using. They came in like a big bulk pack of like 10. Moving on to other things that I can't reach, so give me a second. And this little tiny pail that I got from a friend who gave me an Easter basket a couple years ago is going to go. I'll just shout her out because she's amazing. If you love following Instagram makeup artist, she is fantastic and she's one of my good friends. Looks by Lexington. I'll leave her down below, but she is phenomenal and she's just a great person. But she ended up giving me an Easter basket one year, and so I kept the little pail, but it's gonna go. It was just a really cute little basket that she made for me, but I just don't need the pail, and I'm sure she understands. I also have 2 pairs of sunglasses. I normally wear regular glasses, so I don't know why I always feel the need to pick up regular sunglasses because I can't wear them, but getting rid of those 2 pairs. I have 2 pens that I hate using because they're so skippy and they just like, ugh, I can't do that. I have a little stylus. We just have a bunch of them, so the green one's leaving us. I also have a little bookmark. So there's just a few things in there. For more kitchen, I have a pot holder that we just don't need. I have a couple towels. This is such a random video, I'm sorry. But I also have like this little tray that you can cook like vegetables on the grill. We haven't used it since we got it. Our grill's just too small for us to use it with. We have some seaweed wraps for sushi that I'm never going to make, so that's definitely going. I have some cleaning products. So we have SOS pads. We had gotten it for a specific pan that still didn't work afterwards, so that box is leaving us. We have some pledge that I don't use, and then we have this fragrance spray freshener for fabric. We have a vase, because I know I have vases in San Diego. That one was for here because we didn't have one, and Dave got me flowers and a vase. I have this French press coffee maker, which again I got through FabFitFun. I know in San Diego we have a pour over coffee maker, which I loved, and it made great coffee, where I used this a couple times and I just didn't like it. So that is leaving. We have some mason jars. So I have this one, but then I also have 3 more on the counter. So 4 mason jars are going. I just have so many of them, and they're all like too small for what I need them. So I really feel like I need to invest in like larger mason jars when I get to San Diego. I have a stack of books, but I'm not going to hold them all up, but here's one of them. And then I'm getting rid of 8 total of like novels. So this is Light Filters and Poems by Caroline Kaufman, which is really depressing if I remember correctly. So it's just a poetry book, but I'm also getting rid of 7 other books. I have some Crayola colored pencils, which were too soft and they kept breaking. So these were not a good find for us. We have Oregon Trail. I loved the video game version, which I found online, which is so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. But the card game is impossible to win. It's fun. I think it'd be like better if you had a large group of people, but it's just me and Dave, and we've never won this game, so it's a hard one, but it's fun. If you have kids, I feel like they might like it. We have 4 notebooks. They're all really fun, cute ones, but these are all ones that don't have lines on them, and I just prefer ones with lines, and I just don't need that many notebooks. We have the Keto Diet Cookbook, which we just realized keto just made us feel really not very good, so the cookbook is going. We have a stack of papers I'm just considering as one. This is a stack of papers that we've had like underneath our coffee table, and I keep thinking like these are important papers, that they're really not, because we have them written down in other places. I have the planner that I was using for a bit, but I ended up switching to an app, which is amazing. It's called Trello, and it's just life-changing. I love the apps. I have a photography book, which I just don't need the book for. I mean, it is beautiful to look at. I have 3 headbands. They hurt my head, so those are going. We have Benadryl, which is for like scratchy itchiness for bug bites. I got it on our trip. We also already had some in our house, so I don't need 2 things of it. I think we're getting close to the end. We have a oil diffuser, which I have a couple of, and I just don't need this one, so that's the only reason I'm getting rid of that. I don't want to have to get up again, but I'm getting rid of yoga mat, George Foreman grill, 3 pairs of socks that I never wear because I live in flip-flops, and then 2 shirts. I think that's it. But that is 100 items that I'm getting rid of. I'm so excited about this because I feel like it's just like a first step in our moving process. I'm so ready to go back to San Diego. I'm sure you'll see plenty of moving stuff in our trip back. And would you want an empty apartment tour? I'm so excited about our apartment because they just renovated it and it will be done the week that we move. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and all that fun jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!